Hey there, and welcome back to the Eye of the Deep scratch build, and I'm just about to start moving into fleshing this guy out. So the next step really is putting on sort of the muscles, if you like, and where I want to put on muscles is coming off of the eye, so it's like the eye, the muscle that moves the eye, and then muscles that come down along the edge of the jaw. Also, this is the time to be thinking about putting in the teeth, the tongue, and the bottom of the mouth. But wow, the tongue, the bottom of the mouth would be like a final thing. But sort of teeth, tongue, everything that can all go in at the same time. First of all, then making teeth. Teeth are kind of a nuisance because they're an awkward shape and they're quite difficult to carve. And I spent a while looking for some. I know I made a whole load of like spikes and protrusions out of white milliput a few years ago. I can't find them anywhere. It's kind of frustrating because they are, wherever they are with a big demon build that I've been doing, which was actually kind of cool. But I don't know where they are for the moment, so I'm going to do this instead. So what I've got here is the icon from an old Skaven regiment shield. I always keep all the bits from all of the sets that I get because you never know when they're going to come in handy, like now. And because on like the two horns, because it's the horned rat icon, and the ears, and then the I don't know, the fluffy cheek bits, it gives you some almost like teeth shape. So what I've done is I've just cut a couple of these up down into these pieces, and this gives me sort of various shaped and sized teeth, all of a kind of triangular sharky disposition. So that's what I'm going to use for the teeth, and I won't mount them straight away because I want to do the inside of the mouth first, so I'll need to put in second guessing myself now. Maybe I'll fit the tongue first, maybe I'll fit the teeth first. We shall see in a moment, shan't we? Catch you in a second. Here's the first wave of additions then. So first of all, we've put in the palate and the tongue in the mouth here. And we've also put in the eye muscles here and here. And if I just give him a twizz, can't really see, but in here you see I've put the muscles down the side of the jaw. Also, I've put in this sort of loose skin running up the bottom edge of both the antenna for the eyes, or tentacles for the eyes, depending on your perspective. So next step is to put in the teeth. So we'll have a toothy more momentarily. Catch you in a second. As an aside, these are the tools, or my primary tools. I've got another set of kind of generic tools you can buy, but these are actually the legendary tools of choice by the old school GW sculptors from way back when, and the sort of foundry sculptors and green stuff sculptors. The one nearest us is, I believe, is the number 7. I can't remember exactly which one's which, but I think the one nearest us is the legendary sort of number 7, which is the original tool used in pretty much all of GW sculpts. It's got the cutting edge and point and divot, and it has the smoothing end. And this one is much the same, except has a longer blade, and it has a sort of sharp point on the smoothing end. And I found both of these tools were very, very useful, very easy to use. Do mind out if you're sticking them in your gob, though. Not that I recommend sticking them in your gob. They are sharp, and you can cut yourself with them, so do be careful. But yes, back to the build. Here's the toothy more then. All's put in, the plastic teeth being pushed into what was originally just a very thin strip of green stuff. Push the teeth in, and then clunk, using this tool just to squidge in around the teeth, and also to pull the palette forward and keep everything or redirect everything, squishing into these edges here in order to push the green stuff together, to partly in order to seal it together, and partly also just to squeeze it up and around the teeth to give these kind of gum-like protrusions. I hope you like that he has jiggity jaggedy, randomly pointy, horrible looking mouth, because I think that's quite appropriate for Beholderkin. They are, after all, meant to be aberrations. So I'm working on this guy being truly abhorrent. So next up, I'm going to start working on the eyes. I'm just going to put eyelids on all of the eyes. And then, because this is the precursor to doing the exterior, which will be the longest phase. Here you have it then, just done the eyelids. Just put in this bit around the top, this bit around the bottom. I decided to make the eyelids run around the musculature, which would be moving the iris itself. And it finishes adjacent to where the jaw muscle attaches up here. I've also run in the eyelids around these two eyes, and I think it's given the eye shape that I want, so I'm pretty happy with how this is all going. The other thing I have done is I've just been starting to build up the subclaw as such, just using the excess from the milliput, because I want these two claws to be substantial, not huge, not ridiculous, but I don't want them to be teeny weeny either. So I think for the moment that's this stage done. So I hope this has been of some interest or use to you, that you're making some awesome things yourselves, or if you haven't, maybe this has given you the G up to do it. I will point out that these smaller or like weirder oddities are easy to make. Humans are incredibly difficult to make as a form, especially heads. To get heads right, it's really, really difficult. But please go for it, attempt it, don't mind me. There are some good videos online which are worth checking out, which will tell you about how to sort of sculpt faces, sculpt humanoid form. I don't find it very easy though. I made some goblins once, they came out okay, but it's tough stuff, so do remember that, like, those people out there that make all the green stuff sculpts for molds are really phenomenal at what they do. So thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed. Have a good one and take care. Bye bye.